Hey there, Zach Bartness with Shared Alliance Insurance. I'm here today to talk to you about kind of claims expectations and what to do if you have a claim on your home or your property. A lot of times people just don't know what to do. They panic. They either call us or they file a claim immediately. And depending on the severity of the situation and what's going on, that may or may not be the best first step. So just to kind of walk you through it. So half the time claims occur at night or after business hours. So you don't know what to do. So you call the carrier immediately. That's great and that's fine, but sometimes it may or may not be the best decision for you. So say you have a water claim or a hailstorm comes through. If it's really severe and bad, one, yes, file a claim with the carrier. But two, we need to do at that moment in time, if you've got water pouring out everywhere or trees on top of your house, we need to um, mitigate damages. So that means call a tree company, call a water restoration company, whatever it may be. In a sense, stop the bleeding quickly. Do that first. You can do that and then call the carrier the next day or call us the next morning and we'll guide you from that. But stopping the bleeding is very important if it's severe or bad and things like that are going on. If you've got water coming out places and things like that, you're going to need to remediate that damage regardless of whether it's an insurance claim or not. So you're going to want to have a water restoration company out there come and kind of stop the bleeding, as I say, start drying things out. And as long as you take good pictures, document things, these companies are very used to working with insurance companies. And the insurance companies appreciate you remediating and stopping the bleeding because that just reduces the severity of the claim. They want to see that. That's helpful to them. So document, take pictures, do things that are reasonable and necessary to preserve the property. And normally there's not any issues. Now, if it's something like, a hailstorm came through, not sure if I have hail damage or not, we recommend normally talking to a licensed contractor to see if you have hail damage or not. Again, they work with insurance companies all the time. They know what's covered normally and what's not, and they can give you kind of sound advice. You can file a claim with the carrier, but then if they deny it, you will have a $0 claim out there on your record. And those it's fine. It doesn't hurt your rate any probably, but if you want to look at another carrier at some point in time, or we want to shop you because of something that's changed in your life and we need to change your coverages, those things are going to be on your record and it'll affect your pricing. So kind of the moral of the story is in your claim, that's the starting point. And then it's going to take some time for the carrier to get an adjuster out there. So, you may have day one as the loss and you call a water remediation company to come out there. It may be 2 days before you hear from the carrier. A lot of times, if it's a reputable water remediation company, for example, they'll work with the carrier and they might not even come out. They'll just go off their reports and their pictures and stuff like that. They all use the similar software to figure out the damages and such. So a lot of times they'll work together like that. And then after that, it may be a couple more days before an estimate comes. And then it could be, depending on the severity and what's going on, it could be a week before they approve all the recommended repairs because they have to make sure they're reasonable and necessary to get the property back in place. So I guess kind of the moral of this is the carrier is not going to fix or adjust that claim overnight. So the biggest thing you can do when you have a claim on a home or a property is to stop the bleeding, take reasonable and necessary steps to preserve the property. So getting water turned off, drying some things out, getting a tree removed. If you got a tree on top of your house or a limb falls, getting it tarped up and getting it where you can, mitigate any more further damage. So those are the sorts of things that, frankly, we answer these questions often and people just don't know. And so we wanted to put this out there as kind of informative information for you. If you got further questions, call us. We'd be happy to guide you at 864-609-5550. Thank you very much.